Hi guys, I'm Caroline. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So I originally decided to make this account and start posting videos because when I was in the process of searching for a service dog or a service dog in training, and just like what the process was like, I found about zero results for what that life was like when you are in college, or especially like me in a college dorm. Once I got my dog, I knew that I was going to start posting videos about what the life was like so that hopefully I can help some other people who are in a similar situation to me. So if you are looking for a service dog or considering training a service dog in college, then this is definitely the channel for you because I'm going to be posting a lot of videos about what our life is like. Come on, baby. You're such a goof. This is Chloe. Chloe is my lifesaver. She is about 2 years old. Say hi. She is about 2 years old, and she is a pit bull mix, we think maybe with cattle dog. And she's getting down. She was a shelter dog, so I just adopted her recently, and so we're not 100% her age or her breed. Goofer. But she is a giant cuddle bug. She's about 60 pounds, and she's really stocky, and she has short, stubby legs that keep her close to the ground, and she is definitely the best thing that's ever happened to me. She likes to spend most of her time cuddled up in my lap, which is why I'm surprised that she's not doing it right now, but she's also the most low-energy dog I've ever experienced. So like I said before, my name is Caroline. I am 19 years old and I am a college sophomore, and I would say what my major is, but I change it like every other day. So I'll get back to you on that if I decide to stick with the one that I have right now. I am a college sophomore, but I still live in the dorms. I am currently in one of the older dorms on campus, but I'm in a single room, which is really nice, and I'll make sure to add in a quick little room tour at the end of this video. But being in a single room is absolutely amazing. I enjoyed it to begin with because I enjoy the alone time. I enjoy the fact that I get to decorate however much I want, and that as someone who struggles with a little bit of social anxiety, it's really nice to come back after a long day and be able to actually relax in a single dorm. So that's definitely a pro. Another pro to living in a single dorm is that it makes the whole service dog transition a lot easier. So I knew that when I decided that I wanted a service dog, I wasn't going to have to deal with any issues with my roommates because I don't have any roommates. So that definitely made the decision a lot easier for me. I do live in a single dorm, so it's definitely not huge. On this side of campus that I live on, all of the dorms are set up pretty similar, and they are set up so that they're corridor style. So I'm in a room by myself, but the bathrooms are hall bathrooms. So the only thing that I have access to that is completely mine is my room. And it's not huge. I will definitely say it's not huge, but it's also not completely tiny. So one of the things that I did to change my room around when I knew that I was getting a service dog was I decided to unlock my bed. I knew that I wanted to have my dog be able to sleep in bed with me and be able to use my bed as kind of a place for her to be able to go and get away. So I did decide to unloft my bed. I have it half lofted. It's about 3 feet off the ground, so I have my dresser put underneath it, and on the other half of it, it's completely open, so I have her dog bed under there. Overall, as long as I can keep my room clean, which sometimes is an issue, but when my room is clean, there's plenty of room for her, and I honestly never have any worries about this not being enough space for her. So I personally struggle with a couple mental illnesses and a couple physical illnesses, but the main ones that are disabling to me and that qualify me to have a service dog are mental, and I suffered from 2 different diagnoses of mental illness, and I am on medication for them. However, it does make my life so much easier when I have Chloe around. Some of the things that we are working on are so alerting to my nervous habits, which one of them is popping my knuckles, popping all of my joints. Another one I have is pulling on my hair and picking at my face. And the most important thing that I'm training her to do is alert and respond to my panic attacks. And that is such a big task to train, but we're doing really well on it so far. Basically, when she senses that I am going into panic mode, when my anxiety levels are heightened, she will alert to the anxiety, and if she can't stop it before it becomes a full-blown panic attack, then she provides what's called deep pressure therapy, and it helps me calm down. It helps ground me to reality so I can realize and focus on what's happening right now, which helps me get out of that funk that I'm in. For the most part, her favorite thing to do is sleep. So the fact that she lives in a dorm and the fact that she doesn't have a ton of room to walk around when we're in here is not too big of a deal for her. So if you're considering getting a service dog or a service dog in training, or even an emotional support animal that is a dog, I would recommend knowing for sure that they are low energy, because I wouldn't even necessarily call my dog low maintenance, but she's definitely low energy, and that's really important when they don't have a ton of room to move around. I wouldn't recommend going any bigger than what Chloe is right now, and she's about 60 pounds. I wouldn't recommend getting much bigger than that for the space that I have. So she's a really good size for me because she can provide deep pressure therapy, and her pressure is perfect for me. For what I need for her as a service dog, as a working dog, but she's also not too big. So that's definitely something to keep in mind when you're looking for a dog. It's really important to make sure you keep your dog well exercised when you are living in this small of a space. And there's lots of different ways to do that. Because I obviously don't have a fenced-in backyard, because I don't have a yard, we have to get a little bit creative. And one of the main ways I do that is I take her to a fenced-in hockey court that's close to where I live, and it is not super fun in the winter when it's really cold, but it's worth it, and I bundle up, and she pretty much takes her energy out by herself. She does zoomies, so she will literally just sprint around and around the court. It gets her worked up, and she will get her energy out really quickly. So another thing I really like to do with Chloe to get some of her energy out is I like to take her on long walks. She likes walking around the oval here, which is our big green area, and sometimes we see other dogs and we can play off-leash there. On nicer days, I'll take her there, and there will be 7 or 8 other dogs there that we can play with, which is really, really good for her. So another thing I did want to mention is how I got her to live with me in the dorms and what that process was like. So I did some research, and if you go to Ohio State and want more information about how to get your service animal or ESA to live with you, I'd be happy to provide you with that information. But I reached out to the housing administrative coordinator, I think that's what her title is, and I let her know the situation, and she sent me a document that she had typed up based on the FHAA, and said like what she needed from me to have Chloe in the dorms. So I provided her with my statement via email, and then she also required me to provide medical records proving that Chloe was vaccinated. So I sent her that information, and she was really great. She responded to me same day. I think it was less than an hour later. And she said, hey, she's allowed to live here. And I still remember how excited I was. So now I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about how we store her stuff and what kind of stuff we keep for her here. So I'm just going to go off of what is close to me. So let me see. I have her Kong filling in that basket. I have some wipes that I use because she has a lot of issues with dermatitis, so I like to try and wipe her down as much as possible. I keep her tennis balls in here. I have this little spray that I got from Target, pretty cheap. I would not recommend going to an actual pet store to get this because it can be expensive. I keep her medical records in here. I have a dry shampoo that I keep in here that is actually my friend's that I may have slightly kind of stolen from her. This is the tube that I got her tennis balls in. They do sell squeaky dog tennis balls, but They're really expensive for what they are, and you can get a tube of these at Target for like $2, I think. And I'm pretty sure they're like $2 or $3 a ball if you get them specifically for pets. So this is something that I would definitely recommend. This is the brand of treats we use. She just got up because she knows what it is. They're her training treats, and I highly recommend them because they have, the ingredients are flour, cheese, egg, salt, garlic powder, yeast, and a preservative to keep it around for longer. And most training treats cost so much money, and when you train as much as we do, you go through so many treats. I know, baby. So it's really nice to find. I think these were $5.99 for, this is literally a pound of treats, and I have 3 of these bags. So it's definitely really nice. This I just got today, and I actually ordered it from Petco online. It was like $5. It was so cheap. But it clips onto your pants like this. And then when your dog does something good, you can treat her pretty easily. Yeah? She's a fan. And then it also, so it opens like this, but you can also cinch it shut, which is nice when you aren't using it because it cinches completely shut and you don't have to worry about any treats falling out, which is so nice. I got her food tub at Michael's. It was on sale for 50% off. It was originally $10, so I got this tub for $5, and it is called a Created Space storage bin. It's 14.5 quarts, so I don't know what that switches to, but this is where I keep her food, and I keep it like this high on my shelf, and it does a really good job. She's never had any issues with trying to get into it. These are her bowls. They were actually presents from my best friend from home, and they are gently used, but they were washed before they were given to me, and they work perfectly. I'm not sure how big they are, but I feed Chloe 3 cups a day, and I would say these are a little bit bigger than 3 cups, and I feed her 3 meals, so that means she's only getting a maximum of 1 cup in her food bowl at a time, and I have a little bit of water in here, so I can't show it. But they don't take up a lot of space. I tuck them away in a corner, and she has easy access to them, but they don't take up any more room than anything else would. This is our Kong. It's actually a puppy Kong because it was $1 cheaper. I went ahead and got her this one because it's pink and it was cheap and it's really cute. And I fill it with peanut butter, and she will put it in here, and I'll freeze it for her, and it will keep her busy forever. And then this is her dumbbell rope toy, and we use this a lot for training. So one of the tasks I'm going to teach her is retrieval. Also a really good tug toy, because when I can actually get her playing, a little flimsy cotton toy is not really going to do it because she is 60 pounds of pure muscle. So good tug toy because it's short, but it puts up with a lot. Right, Chloe? The last thing I have is her dog bed, but that's kind of nestled securely under there, so I'm not going to go get it. And I actually made that from 2 3x3 squares of felt and some stuffing from Michael's. It was really cheap to make, especially considering the fact that you can pay like $50 for a nice dog bed. I wasn't sure if she was going to shred it or not, so I went ahead and made it before I knew. And it cost me like, I think it was $5 for each sheet of felt, and then maybe $5 for each bag of stuffing, and it was a really fun project. I just ended up, you'll see it when I show it to you, but I just ended up tying the knots along the side, so I cut slits, and then I tied them, and then I stuffed it, and it ended up looking really cool, and she hardly ever uses it, so it's a big waste of my time. She spends most of her time up here. And then I also have a little curry comb for her, which is really great for pit bulls because she has really coarse hair and she sheds a lot, but getting like a big brush is not a good idea because her hair isn't long enough and it doesn't get tangled. This is the little curry comb, and It is pretty much the same thing you use on horses, except this is a little bit softer. And she's excited that I have it. She likes getting brushed. Yeah, the bristles are bendy, but it does a good job of getting all of the hair out. Actually, like, it does such a good job, we have to do it outside because otherwise the hair gets everywhere and that defeats the purpose. So that is pretty much the stuff I have for Chloe. She's really easy to take care of, and believe it or not, it's more than feasible to do in my small dorm room. So that's about all I have for right now. I'm hoping to have a couple of videos up soon of her training. Yeah, in the meantime, let me know if you have any questions. You can post in the comment section down below. Please subscribe to see more videos soon, and I'll see you guys soon.